All right. My first guest is always a lot of fun. Very, very talented actress, currently starring in the movie Monster with Charlize Theron. Please welcome Christina Ricci. I have something special. Wait, sit back, because you always complain. No, watch this, watch this. See?
Very nice.
Remember the last time you...
Yes, well, you know, ever since the first time I've come on the show,
Right.
I've grown very accustomed to doing this.
Right.
On all talk shows because I'm only 5 feet tall, so this is my usual position at a talk show.
No, see, that's the Christina stool.
So now I have my own little...
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get used to this.
You like that?
I like it. It could be a little bit higher. Really? I mean, if we want to perfect it.
Yeah, I'm really gonna work on it after you go. But you know.
But it's pretty nice. Thanks a lot.
Well, it's an improvement.
I appreciate it.
And you look lovely, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm watching the Oscars. You got a nice shout out. That was very nice.
I did.
Yeah, that was cool.
She was very, very kind to mention me. So.
Did you watch? Did you go?
I did. I watched. I had to watch. I had to see if she won.
Okay.
Charlize won.
Yeah. Well, you kind of knew. I think we knew she
yeah.
won.
Well, it was her year.
Are you pretty good at picking? Can you go? Oh, I know that movie. Have you seen? Well, you've probably seen all the movies, right?
No.
No, you haven't seen it?
I had seen, the only movie I had seen was In America.
Oh, okay.
But I hadn't seen any of the other movies.
Really?
So I was sort of one of those horrible people who was judging by the clips, which really is not how you should pick winners.
Really?
And half the time I was watching with my boyfriend and my sister.
Okay.
Half the time I was saying, God, I'm glad that they don't pick winners by these god-awful clips, because like when Jaimin Hunsu's clip was shown, who I loved and who I wanted to win, I was thinking, oh my God, I'm so glad that they don't pick winners from the clips. But then other times the clips were so amazing that I was like, she was the best actress in the whole world and she should definitely win. That clip touched my heart. She was so amazing. Naomi Watts' clip.
Oh, that was very good with Sean. Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see 21 Grams.
Right.
But I was like, she was so good in that movie. And my sister was like, you didn't see that movie, Christina. And I was like, yeah, but I mean, in that clip, my God, was she good. So there's like, there's an upside and a downside to picking winners that way.
You're not going to be voting in the fall, are you?
Well, luckily for everybody, I am not an Academy member.
No, but I'm thinking in the presidential election. I'm thinking, dude, that's what I'm thinking. Well, I mean, like, do you watch the candidate's commercial? Oh, I love his commercial.
You know what's really terrible?
What?
This is really terrible, and I should not admit this.
No, go ahead.
At all. When I was a little kid and Ross Perot was up, when he was running, my mother and I traveled a lot together because I was working. And during one of the primaries, she was like, who should I vote for? Maybe it wasn't even a primary. I don't know. And I was like, Ross Perot, because he looks like he'd be a really nice grandpa. And she did. So.
Well, you probably like Ross because you were taller than him.
No, I do not make the most educated or rational decisions. Rational would be the best word there.
Okay, so you don't see the movie. How about TV? Do you watch TV or just watch the previews?
No, I watch TV.
Okay.
Like all poorly educated Americans, I watch a lot of television.
So I'm guessing Maury. Who do you like? What?
No.
Jerry Springer.
No. Well, when I'm working.
Yeah.
Because in the mornings when I go to work and I go to my trailer, Terry, the Teamster who cleans the trailer.
Terry the Teamster?
Yeah.
Is this a cartoon show
He's very tough.
Yeah.
He's very tough. He likes to drink Jägermeister, but he also likes TLC. So I'll come in and a wedding story is on, and I just happen to watch while I'm getting ready,
Okay.
and then a baby story is on, and you kind of get sucked in because by the end you're kind of like, is it going to be the dreaded C-section or will she get to give the vaginal birth? So that's really because.
Let me ask you a question.
They all want the vaginal birth.
Yeah, you got to have that. Yeah.
But most of the time, they have to have the C-section, and they're so upset about it. But then it turns out okay in the end. And then there's sort of, and then I love the trading spaces.
Well, my wife likes that.
And usually lunch coincides with the trading spaces at work.
Right, okay.
And then there's and then I work. I actually do some work at work. But then later on, there's like a lag, and I watch, City Confidential will be on.
Okay.
And then I watch the SVUs. So glad the SVUs.
Oh, the Law and Order shows.
Orders.
Oh, okay. So you like the crime shows?
Love the crime shows. And me and my boyfriend, we got all of the first season. He got me all the first seasons of all the Law and Orders for Christmas. And we've now
about 8 weeks worth of viewing there?
We're done.
You're done?
We're done. We've moved on to Homicide: Life on the Streets because all of the Law and Orders are done, and they don't have the second seasons out yet. It's really upsetting. So we're on to Homicide: Life on the Streets, which is actually a great show.
It's a good show.
It's a very good show. And I'm a big Andre Braugher fan.
Yeah, he hasn't been on for a few. I think you're still stuck about 1997.
We're in the third season, the award-winning third season.
Now, your boyfriend, obviously a shut-in. Well, look, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break.
I'm obviously a shut-in, too.
Obviously. Well, it's nice you to sit in with him. Look, we'll take a break. More with Christina right after this. Be right back. Welcome back. Talking with Christina Ricci, actress and TV aficionado. Now, do you ever watch any of the afternoon things, like Dr. Phil?
Yes.
Are you a
Dr.
Phil?
Slip in there, actually.
Yeah.
I do. I love him.
Because he's got a diet book out.
I really love him. I love him. And talking about the chairs, I want to go on his show because his chairs are raised up so high because he's such a tall man.
Right.
That I really want to try out his chairs because I wonder how far away from the ground would I be on his chairs. And also, I have this addiction to his show. Really? Because, I can't. I tried to explain it.
Are you attracted to him?
No, but I feel like if I just watch it enough, it'll be almost like one of those weird moments where he'll turn to the camera and look directly at me and tell me the one thing that will fix my life forever. But the more he has his wife on and she talks about her favorite candles, the more I realize it's not going to happen.
Fascinating.
So I've kind of stopped watching a little
bit. So you
bit.
slowed down a little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, what is your favorite part? The self-help part? Or
those crazy families. They're like, he has Dr. Phil's, effed up family, basically, is what I call it. Yeah. And he's following around this really effed up family.
Yeah.
And they just follow them around, and every once in a while, they make the mother break down because she's cold. And then they give the pregnant daughter new baby things. And then they don't really help anybody. And it's the weirdest thing, but it's like watching a train wreck, and I just can't stop. And I find him to be the most comforting human being on the planet for some reason, even though it's totally crazy.
Yeah, no, well, he is very, well, that's why it's popular. He's very comforting.
He's so comforting. He used to be like a linebacker or whatever.
Well, linebackers can be very comforting people, Is there any of that Jägermeister left over from Terry do you have a drink in the afternoon when you watch it? My mother would do it. My mother would have a glass of wine, and by the halfway through Oprah, she'd be like, just I remember my mother's watching Oprah one day. She had like 3 glasses of wine. She goes, I walk in, she goes, these lesbian people, what do they do? I go, Ma, I'm not going to explain it to you. Ask Daddy. He'll tell you. She goes,
Your mother sounds like a lot of fun.
My mother was a lot of fun. What do they do? Now, how's your boyfriend? Does he sit and watch Dr. Phil with you as well?
Oh, no.
No, no.
No. My boyfriend actually never had cable before I...
Had cable?
I ordered it for his house.
Oh.
And then one day it showed up, and all of a sudden he had cable, and it's my fault.
Yeah.
It's all my fault.
Yeah.
And I feel terrible about it,
Yeah.
but there's nothing I can do. I love television.
Yeah. So no more, I think the last time you were here, we talked about angry young men. Do you remember discussing that? You were in your angry young men phase?
I wasn't dating, I was conducting a survey of young, angry males.
And how did that turn out?
Well, now I've chosen one.
So by your thinking, is this the angriest of all the ones you've chosen, or less angry? Or is the angry an attractive part of it? You see what I'm saying? So some women like the...
No.
Okay, but you seem pretty happy with... You seem happy with this one.
Yeah, no, I like him a lot.
Yeah, because you've been acting since you were a kid.
How is that a segue?
No, I just... Well, it's not really a segue. I'm just changing direction. You went, yeah, I like him, and I realized that's as much as I'm going to get out of a boyfriend. So I said, you've been acting since you were a kid.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yes, I have been acting since I was a kid.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
I have been.
In fact, the first thing I saw you in was it Mermaids?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I was thinking about it. This is almost frightening. You were like a little kid. I was hosting the Tonight Show when you did this.
You know what?
What?
I came in I had just done Mermaids, and I was doing press, and I came in to be interviewed by some executive to see if I was acceptable to be on one of the last Tonight shows that Johnny was hosting.
Right.
And I was not acceptable.
Oh.
Not acceptable at all, not exciting enough.
Wow.
And then you took over.
Right. That's it. So now you're acceptable. So the standard has changed quite a bit.
I think it's just now, I'm a grown-up now.
You're a grown-up now. You're a grown-up now. Now, Monster, you did a wonderful job in Monster,
Thank you.
by the way. Wonderful job. We have a clip. Did you ever meet the real person that you portrayed?
No, she really doesn't want to have anything to do with anything.
I can't imagine why. Well, it's a terrific... Now, this is a scene where... where you're in the motel, is that what this is? And you come home... it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Take a look. Here we go.
I am out there trying my best, okay?
Why did you quit hooking?
Cause I needed to, all right?
Because you thought I was stupid enough to support you!
No, Selby!
That you wouldn't even have to me to get it because I'm so hard up.
No, Selby, that is not the reason.
You said that we were gonna party. Well, it hasn't been a party!
I know, okay, Selby.
No, because it's about it. Nothing! When I tell you that I'm starving!
Cause, all right,
Because you're using me!
No,
Because you're using me!
Because I killed someone, all right?
Oh, great job. Great job. Christina, always a pleasure. Thanks, Lottie.
So
Want to stick around and see our kid inventors?
Yeah.
Cool, all right. Be right back with our kid inventors right after this. Christina Ricci. So no more, I think the last time you were here, we talked about angry young men. Do you remember discussing that? You were in your angry young men phase?
I wasn't dating, I was conducting a survey of young, angry males.
And how did that turn out?
Well, now I've chosen one.
So by your thinking, is this the angriest of all the ones you've chosen, or less angry? Or is the angry an attractive part of it? You see what I'm saying? So some women like the...
No.
Okay, but you seem pretty happy with... You seem happy with this one.
Yeah, no, I like him a lot.
Yeah, because you've been acting since you were a kid.
How is that a segue?
No,